Hey everybody, and welcome to a brand new episode of clgamer TV. Now you might have noticed that I've gotten rid of fire once and for all, like I said I was gonna do back at PAX. I brought back Eric Rodrigo away from pulling girls into his bathrooms just for a second.
That never happened.
It never happened.
That never happened.
Okay, well, what is going on in this episode is we did a little tournament hopping. Me and Fire went out to the 25th anniversary of Street Fighter. We had a lot of fun with the competition out there, awesome giveaways, prizes, and we're gonna show you guys more about that a little later on in the show.
Also, we had a Girl Vogue event here at the 8-Bit and Up store in St. Mark's. And I'm back for a new dojo showing you the basics of buttons, so stick around for that, guys.
Get ready to get some blood on your hands, because today we're talking about Tomb Raider Angel of Darkness. Angel of Darkness is the 6th game in the Tomb Raider series, and is the first and only game where you can control the dialogue. Laura is wanted for the murder of her mentor Werner von Croyd, dun dun dun, sending her onto the streets to prove her innocence. The game feel is dark due to the sneaking around and gathering information from different informants. Is she innocent? I don't know, you're just gonna have to play the game to find out.
There was an event here in New York City for the 25th anniversary. I couldn't go because I was on vacation. I even put it in my calendar and everything, but you went. So fill me in, what happened?
All right, well, it was here in New York, so thank God I didn't have to travel very far. It was really humbling. It was a really eye-opening experience to see all the Street Fighter games in one big collective atmosphere. You had Third Strike, you had the Alpha series, the current gen, obviously. I wasn't really around for those things with the Chinatown Fair kids. I was more around for the beginning of MLG and the shooter brands and whatnot, so it was kind of overwhelming to see the kids like Justin Wong, you know, Yipes, all these guys that brought commentating the athleticism into esports and all that other stuff, all under one roof. I loved competing, I loved watching. I kind of sat back and just took it all in for a minute, you know, like, wow.
Nice. That sounds awesome. I can't wait to check it out.
Let's go. We're here at the 25th anniversary of Street Fighter. Now, we have about 3 to 4 games. Did you enter in any of these, or you just here to spectate?
I am here to spectate. I tried to enter AE, but unfortunately it was closed, so.
I'm here with Alexis from B Food Techie. She's having quiet time in the corner. Who are you here supporting?
We have Spav here, and Reese, and Dre's here too, but he's not playing because of faulty registry on Capcom's part.
Alright, so first time I played Street Fighter, I think it was like 8 years old. It was in Newark, New Jersey, at a barber shop in the weekway section. It had Street Fighter 2, and I remember picking Blanca because the dude before me was playing with him, and all I saw was mashing buttons, he's doing electricity. I was like, I can do that. And I think I lost that first round. Ah! But I was like, this game is kind of cool. And I made my mother get it for me for Super Nintendo. I still got the cartridge too. It's Blanca doing the ball over with Chun-Li sticking her leg straight out and Ryu's just on the floor like this. It's up.
We have not had this in like how many years? 2, 3 years? I have not been on 10 years. It's been 10 years since Chocolate and Lemon have been on the same camera. It's great to have you back in New York. How was your flight back? How was everything?
I lost my phone, so it took me a while to get it back. But I got it back, so I guess I'm a little happy now.
Are you supporting Fire?
Sure, of course, why not?
You don't sound too enthused about it.
You want to be on our team because you want a Cammy shirt.
Question of the day. Let's say if you were participating in a tournament, which Pokemon would you use?
Pokemon?
Yeah.
Participating in I would choose an Arcanine.
Why Arcanine?
He's like my, you know, he's like man's best friend. Come on.
Alright, so the first time I played Street Fighter was back when I was 8 years old.
There was an arcade kind of game shop by my house in Knickerbocker. It was called Game Corner, and over there you used to have it set up, and they had Marvel vs. Capcom 2, and they had, I believe, ST Rainbow Edition. So I used to go there all the time. Remember I was 8 years old, just feeding the machine, playing quarters, mashing all the time. I used to win. I was amazed, like, yeah, I'm so godlike, I can win. But then, you know, a guy who actually played the game would come, and he would just destroy me so good.
I heard you were banned from this year's tournament, like this tournament right now. What happened?
I'm not banned, but like I won SF4, last one, and then I got second in SFXT, so I can't enter those two, obviously. So I'm here for Third Strike and Super Turbo.
What do you think of the crowd?
The crowd's pretty good here. It's a lot bigger than the Austin one. Yeah, a lot bigger.
This is a 25th anniversary of Street Fighter. It drew a really diverse crowd. It's not as packed as I think. What do you think the day is going to shape up to be like?
Well, first of all, it's going to be long for sure. I don't know. It's different because there's a lot of people that you don't usually see at Big 2. Usually you don't see at 8 on the break. So it's going to be interesting. And you got the people from the West Coast coming over here trying to win more tickets.
It's about that car, right?
Of course it's about that car. I want that car, and I don't even drive.
What are your keys to victory today?
To dive kick people. And I'm only here for Street Fighter 4, because I cannot play in the other games really. But yeah, my whole goal is to dive kick people all the way to the first place.
That sounds like my plan too. I'm gonna go around asking everybody what Pokemon they're gonna choose. Hopefully we get some more Pokemons like Arcanine with Patty here. Let's see how they respond. I'll catch you guys later.
So it's been a really good ride from 2009 up to now because of Street Fighter, and I made a lot of good friends because of the game. So I really feel that the 25 years that it's been out, the world has changed, and it's been bringing people and old and new together. It's a really good game, and I think more people should play it, or more people should embrace video games. You know, I'm here playing it right now at the bit. I should be on the episode, but I'm here just mashing out some DPs and HD remix.
Telltale Games is at it again, and this time with The Walking Dead. Now, this is a 5-part episodic digital release where your actions and decisions can become just as much as a nightmare as the zombies themselves. Players will run into major characters from the comic and television series, and while there's little to no actual combat, the story is right on par with the reason why we fell in love with the series to begin with. Each segment ends with a recap on your choices and how it will affect you in the next episode. Tread carefully in The Walking Dead. Your party will remember this. Okay, from my understanding, there's something going on through the grapevine that there was a gamer girl gathering here on our set and we weren't invited.
Yeah, I don't know if we weren't invited or we just weren't told, but it sounded like a good thing. What it was that it was a Girl Vogue. It's a website dedicated to fashion and gaming for girls in the video game industry. And they had their first ever event here at the store where they got to get together, talk about games, talk about the industry, actually even get to play with each other. Because, you know, a lot of times the whole myth of girls don't play games, they had a whole event dedicated to them just playing games here in the store.
Well, I'm having enough hard time believing it.
Well, no, it actually happened. Fire was there. He got some interviews for us, so that's coming up next.
We are on St. Mark's and 2nd Avenue in the Lower East Side of Manhattan, New York City. You know how we do things.
My name is Jennifer Vargas. I am the organizer of this event, NYC Female Gamers Meetup, sponsored by Girl Gamer Vogue.
Thank you for coming. I'm the manager. I'm not even important.
To be honest, I grew up playing video games, and the biggest probably obstacle that I had to go through was finding people to play with that wouldn't say, "Oh, make me a sandwich, bitch."
We are here with the queen bee herself, Jennifer from Girl Vogue. Jennifer, tell us a little about GGV.
GGV was Girl Gamer Vogue. Pretty much it's about empowering women in a positive atmosphere, kind of representing them. We do it just simply by having a community, just having males and females hang out. Like if you were in your basement, play video games, it's like nostalgic atmosphere. And I'm very all about and passionate about just providing an industry, providing a community where it's all about just being you, be a gamer, and having fun.
I started a blog talking about my experiences and talking about kind of just being a girl gamer. And I realized that there was a lot of other women who didn't have the same, positivity that they had also hoped for.
I am here with the lovely UNICEF from Twitter. Follow her. So what do you think about this event so far?
It's been great. We've gotten to play Bomberman, GoldenEye, Mario Kart, which I won 1 round of, and this has been a great night. It's been cool to chill with everybody around.
It's okay, you can say me.
You know.
Oh, it's like that? Where did the idea come from? Why did you want to do this? What made you say, this is what I am going to do?
I always wanted to do something with video games, either be in the industry or do something like this. And someone told me, oh, just start a blog and start talking about being a gamer. And I thought, okay, that's totally fine. What ended up happening is I started talking about things that were very important in the industry, about the misogyny, about the hate, about the fact that it's really imbalanced.
After starting the blog, it became a website. And my passion, which is obviously manifested in reality right now, is just to provide a community where everyone is a gamer. Because ultimately that's what we are. We're all just gamers. And the fact that, this whole segregation between sex and gender and, nationality and race, it's fucking ridiculous, to be honest.
So I was watching you play Bomberman. You didn't look too confident in your abilities. Even though we know that you work at 21st Street Games and you play games kind of for a living, how do you explain your performance out there?
All right, despite my 20 years of gaming experience, I've never played Bomberman. And that's what this is all about. We can dive into games we never played. We can just hang out, and if we suck, it's okay. They might judge you, but it'll be silently, and you'll still end up with a couple of friends at the end.
I'm judging you openly.
I know.
I'm judging you openly.
Yo, what's better than free beer and video games? I don't know, but that's like 2 of my 3 favorite things. And then the third is what I do after the first 2. So we got 2 of the 3. If you don't got the last part, then that's a personal problem. And we don't care.
Ladies, this is the beginning of us. This is the beginning of something beautiful. We're gonna start seeing more websites dedicated to us, more magazines, more games, more designers that are female in the industry. Who's happy to be here?
What kind of advice would you give for gamer girls that didn't attend this event or want to get out there and involved in the community? What would you tell them to do?
I'd say Meetup is a great resource. Get on, see this group, the New York Gaming Meetup group, there's at least 2 of them. Then they're just great resources. And when you get there, talk to people. You all have games in common. You all have something that brought you here. Go for it. And then besides that, keep working. If you work a dead-end job, do your thing on the side. Write your blogs, do your videos. Even just get on Twitter and talk to the people who influence you, who you adore. Just don't be creepy about it.
What's your ultimate goal with this?
My ultimate goal is to do this once every month and to get bigger and bigger every month we do it. Building a community, it starts off small and it becomes bigger, and what we want to do is we want to become a positive representation of the actual gaming culture. And by doing that, we hope to present to everyone, this is what a real gamer is. It doesn't matter what race, nationality, gender you are. If you play games, if you have Legend of Zelda poster at home, you're a gamer.
I want to thank 8-Bit and Up for allowing us for the space. Thank you for coming. Thank you so much. And definitely check out GG Vogue, ggvogue.com.
I think I'm going to go Magneto those people playing Marvel in a few minutes.
When I was 4, I had no friends. I
couldn't read, and I was the nerd. I mean, I knew most math, and that's how everybody would look at me. And they would throw me in the corner with all the guinea pigs and like, oh my God, he's an animal, blah, blah, blah. So one day my dad, he decided to bring home a Sega Genesis. I thought he stole it, who cares? I was sitting there and I'm like, what is this? And he's like, it's a Sega. I'm like, what's a Sega? It's a console. What's a console? It's this box that plays videos on the television. Stop asking so many questions. Popped out this little thing here and I'm like, oh, it's a blue rat. He's like, no, that's a hedgehog. I asked, what's the difference? He got quiet for about 10 minutes. He put the game on, I'm sitting there and I watch him play the first level and my mind was blown. All the pretty colors and the rainbows and the running and the flipping and the coin collecting, it just blew me away. I think I stood up for like 3 days in a row playing this game over and over. I never made it past the first level until I was like 10. Then I learned that he had a buddy that you can actually use if you plug in a second controller. So I would sit there with both controllers like this, trying to like make myself fly over all the monsters and stuff because I would continually die. When I was moved to the Bronx from Queens and I was like, what, 11, 12 years old, I found the copy of Sonic in the street, just in case. And I'm like, oh, yes, I freaked out. So I sat there and I was like, I gotta play this entire game through at least once. I finally beat the game. And then our neighbors upstairs one day, he was like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm playing Sonic. And he's like, why? I'm like, because that's what you do with video games. He's like, but there are cheat codes. I'm like, what's a cheat code? He goes into the option menu to the music and he punches in these different numbers. And to me, it's like Japanese. I'm like, okay, so what are you doing? He's like, just watch. And then he goes, play the first level and collect 50 coins. So I collect 50 coins. And I go, now what? He said, jump. And I jumped and Sonic went Super Saiyan. I'm like, oh my God. And then everything I touched exploded. And I'm like, at some point, life became fulfilling and I was like, I can die happy now. Sonic has become, you know, my hero, my idol. And I love Sonic just because of his personality. He was always the type of person who was a go-getter and never had anybody tell him otherwise. This is the game of my life and this is the game I'm always gonna love.
Hey guys, welcome back to the 8-Bit Dojo where we make you better at video games. So, we're back. Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Fire last time talked to us about the basics of movement. Up, down, left, right, dashing in, dashing out. You know, the general stuff. I'm here to talk about buttons and the fact that buttons are the general idea for every game. But with fighting games, it's a little different. So with each character, their button presses differ. For example, we have Ryu. Ryu's punches are a little basic. His light, medium, and heavy all hit within a range that's just right in front of him. As someone playing Ryu, you have to really know how to get in and exploit the use of his buttons. Super Scroll, for example, his buttons are a little bit different. His light hits low, but it also hits about the same range as Ryu. But certain characters have specific things they can do with their buttons. For example, Super Scroll's forward and heavy extends his hitbox so that you can control the space in front of him. His down, forward, and heavy goes at a diagonal that controls the space above him as well. So when you're playing these characters, you have to realize that each button press differs for each character. You also don't want to be hitting buttons just for the sake of hitting buttons. Now, learning the basics of your buttons is very important to your gameplay. Ryu's area of hit only hits in a certain distance. Dante at the same range as Ryu has better reach because his buttons reach further. You'll want to know what button you're pressing and what you're doing to help you out in any situation you're in. Now, in general gameplay, overheads and other things are important, but certain characters' buttons have them built in. For example, Super Scroll, his standing H counts as an overhead, while Ryu, on the other hand, if you're playing Ryu and you're trying to get that same effect of doing an overhead, you have to push forward and medium. Two different examples of extremes where one's built in, the other one you're actually doing. Alright guys, that's all the time we have for today's dojo. I hope you enjoyed the basics of buttons with Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Stick around for the next dojo. We're going to have a completely different genre of gameplay for you. Stay tuned. TJ, I think we had an excellent show today. Glad I got to see the 25th anniversary footage.
Look, man, you had an awesome dojo. Don't give it all to me.
Oh, no, thanks, man, thanks. But, you know, between you and me, I'm tired. I'm tired of being an intern. I don't get paid. I miss these events. No one tells me about this stuff. Honestly, Fire, we need to replace him.
You know, yeah, absolutely.
I'm sick of this man.
Dude, I did all the groundwork.
I'm sick of being all the work and enjoying my work and really loving it for what it is.
Yeah.
How are you, Fire?
He said and it threw me off. I was like, what?
That was a Freudian slip. No. It wasn't even like I was like, you know, they got to play with themselves. I meant just like,
Prince has been captured again. I know you're dumpster. Oh my God, right here. You got the angle for this, huh? You got some of that going? I went to PAX, unlike some people.
What do you, oh, wait. All right, guys, the Street Fighter turned 20 years. Ow.
Stop fucking laughing.
I wasn't laughing.
You can't get enough of this. That's a waste of time.
You can start telling me about it.
Nobody cares. You probably asked a stupid question anyway.
You Street Fighter, man. Ruined my life. You, terrorist.
Don't laugh, then I'm gonna laugh and I can't be serious.
Tread carefully in The Walking Dead. All right, let's do this. I'm getting pissed off now, yo. All right. So I was trying to be cute, but you guys are ruining my fucking flow. I hate all of you. I'm gonna quit tomorrow.
Then we're gonna interview this black guy who thinks he's a girl.
Cool.
Okay, all right, you ready?
You know what? I'm tired of being an intern. I'm tired of not being paid. I'm tired of missing these events.
I like the space idea and everything. That's why I was into Superman and I was into superheroes.
Superman is on Earth most of the time.
Yeah,
Superman is on Earth.
He came from a planet called Krypton. He was an alien.
Krypton was destroyed.
Oxnard? See, this is why I'm doing this. Nobody knows what the I forgot the I was gonna say. I can't write. I f***ed that up. Why am I f***ing... Oh, that's why I'm sweating. F***ing light. Oh, there's actual gameplay and my f***ing bad. It's like, I'm the director, bitch. No? So you just my for no reason. I hate my staff.
All those other games I played, they always have coin. It's like coins.
I feel like a stoner.